What's up, guys? It's Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Painfully Honest Advice. So in this video, I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys the most popular question that I get asked all the time. Should I go ahead and invest in real estate? Or should I invest in the stock market? I'm going to go ahead and break it down to you guys and share with you guys what I think is going to be the clear winner here as far as investing goes. Now, if you're new to this channel, I do focus on investing in the stock market, as well as I do invest in real estate, as well as I do have different businesses as well. But just to keep it simple, in this video, we're going to go ahead and go over which one is going to be the best way to go ahead and invest as a beginner. Should you invest in the stock market? Or should you invest in real estate? Now, before we go ahead and get into it, these videos take me hours and hours of research, guys, and just putting everything together to go ahead and share with you guys. So if you don't mind just smashing that like button, as it really does help keep me motivated to keep producing more content, and YouTube seems to love that like button. But now let's go ahead and jump into real estate first. I want to go ahead and share with you guys the pros and cons of investing in real estate. Now, as far as investing in real estate, I do own multiple properties at this point. And here's the thing, guys. When you go ahead and invest in real estate, it is basically investing 101. Real estate is one of the safest investments out there. Now, as far as real estate goes, basically properties always tend to go up about 3 to 5% year over year. And if you buy a property today, you can go ahead and sell it at any point, and usually you'll go ahead and actually end up making decent money on that property just by holding on to the property. Now, as far as just real estate goes, one thing I've learned investing in real estate is that God will always make more people, but he'll never make more land. So investing in real estate to me is a commodity that's just going to keep on growing over time, because it's only a certain amount of land that we can go ahead and build on. And as more and more people want to go ahead and buy houses or go ahead and rent out different condos or different units, real estate value and prices are just going to keep climbing up. Plus, there's many different advantages as far as tax advantages go with real estate. When you do go ahead and invest in a property, there's a lot of tax write-offs, as well as property tax and city and county taxes that can all be written off against your income. So huge tax advantages come with real estate investing as well. Now, additionally, with real estate, you can go ahead and leverage your equity. Basically, when you're investing in a real estate property, and let's say whatever amount that you go ahead and put down onto that property, you can go ahead and always refinance that option and go ahead and take out that additional cash in case you do need the cash to go ahead and maybe multiply and buy another real estate property, or to go ahead and use it for something else. So it's a nice way to go ahead and leverage your risk, because you can always go ahead and take out a loan up to 90% of the value of the property. And additionally, when you go ahead and compare buying a property as opposed to renting a property, by buying a property, when you go ahead and make your payments, let's say you have a mortgage, you're at least building an asset. So at the end of the day, it is considered an asset, as opposed to if you're renting, you're not building any sort of asset. And at the end of the day, all that rent that you're paying is basically just being considered as far as a living expense. So there's no potential to go ahead and build equity. And additionally, with real estate, there's many different ways to go ahead and house hack with real estate. Basically, what I mean by that is, if you invest in real estate, and let's say that you invest in a multi-unit property, basically like a duplex. Now, I own a duplex myself as well. And with a duplex, in case you want to go ahead and live in one side of the apartment, you can go ahead and rent out the other side. So within real estate, there are duplexes, which are basically 2-unit properties. There's triplexes, which are 3-unit properties. Then there's fourplexes, which are 4-unit properties. And the nice thing with house hacking is that when you're living in one of those units, and when you go ahead and rent out the other units, you can basically go ahead and live for free, because you can go ahead and let the other units go ahead and pay for all your monthly expenses, basically covering your mortgage payments, covering any sort of maintenance, covering any sort of utility bills. So that's a nice way to go ahead and also house hack with real estate. But now, just jumping into some of the cons of investing in real estate. The biggest challenge that most people have with investing in real estate is to go ahead and come up with the money up front. Now, if you're looking at investing in a property, you do need to have at least 10% down. So if the property is a $100,000 property, you do have to have at least $10,000 down as a down payment if you're looking to go ahead and get financing. So that's one of the biggest challenges that I do see with people going ahead and starting off with real estate. Now with that comes financing. That is another challenge that I do see with real estate as well. If you don't have all the money up front to go ahead and buy the property, you are going to go ahead and need to get financing on that particular property. So that is another con with real estate. Additionally, just finding resources and finding a property. All the research that you do have to do to go ahead and find a property. Now, I have many videos that I have made on this channel as far as how to go about buying your first property. I will go ahead and add a link right here if you guys do want to check out that as far as buying your first property. But as far as finding a property, a nice resource is Zillow as well, which I personally use. But that is a con because it does take a lot of time to go ahead and find a property, talk to different property managers, or talk to different brokers. Plus, as far as all the maintenance and all the ongoing cost of just maintaining that property is another con as well, because when you do own a property, you do have many different maintenance expenses that you do have to do. Now here, I'll show you guys just with the property that I have at my current house. As far as just maintaining the front lawn, as far as just cutting the grass or maintaining all the landscaping, that all does cost a lot of money at the end of the day. Now, as you guys can tell, obviously all the stuff at the end of the day is going to cost a lot of money because you do have to keep up with all the maintenance that does come with a property. Now, if you do have a property as far as a real estate investment, or you're buying a duplex, or it's just an investment property, you're still going to have ongoing expenses that are going to come up, because at the end of the day, if there's any type of maintenance that needs to be done with the property, that's going to be all on you to go ahead and cover all those expenses. So it does come with a lot more active management as opposed to building passive income. And at the end of the day, the other downfall with real estate is that you do still have to pay your taxes. So at the end of the day, even if you have your property fully paid for, you still have to pay Uncle Sam. So taxes is another thing that's just an ongoing expense that you just cannot get rid of when you own real estate. Now, personally, guys, I do really love investing in real estate. So overall, it's not a bad investment. But now, before I go ahead and share with you guys which one I personally do like as a beginner, I do want to go ahead and share with you guys the pros and cons of investing in the stock market. Now, I do invest in the stock market as well. I do have a portfolio that I've built, and at this point, I have roughly over $50,000 in this portfolio. Now, the nice thing and the pros of investing in the stock market is it's very easy to go ahead and invest in the stock market. You actually don't need a lot of money up front. You can invest with as low as $5 if you invest in an app like a Robinhood. Now, additionally, with investing in the stock market, your money is extremely liquid. Basically, if you want to go ahead and sell the stock tomorrow, you can go ahead and sell the stock and go ahead and get your money out right away. Plus, the cost of investing in the stock market, there's a lot of trading apps out there now that basically do not charge any sort of fees. So there's no upfront cost as well when you do go ahead and invest in the stock market. Now, the other nice positive thing that I really do like about investing in the stock market is that when you go ahead and invest in a particular company, you are a part owner of that company, and you do have equity invested in that company, so you're a stakeholder. Basically, I love investing in different businesses, and this is a great way to go ahead and invest in different businesses that you do believe in, that you see a potential to go ahead and grow over time. Plus, with investing in the stock market, as far as the returns go, on average, in the last 10 years, the returns in the S&P 500 have been between 11 to 13%. So the returns have been higher, even though it is a bit riskier as far as an investment goes. So that is probably another positive here in regards to investing in the stock market. And additionally, investing in the stock market, you can go ahead and diversify much easier. So when you're investing in different companies out there that focus on the different industries, it's a great way to go ahead and diversify just by owning that company's stock. Plus, there's many tax advantages to investing in the stock market as well. Now, within the stock market, if you invest in, for example, a Roth IRA, you can go ahead and actually earn money without paying taxes on it as long as you hold it until retirement. So there's many different tax advantages that come with that as well. Now, I will say with both of these things, with real estate and with investing in the stock market, there is a compound effect. So basically, when you go ahead and invest in the stock market, as long as you go ahead and leave your money in there, and the earlier you start, you'll go ahead and see your money go ahead and compound year over year, because that money is just growing over time for you. But now jumping into some of the cons of investing in the stock market is the overall risk. Now, investing in stocks is extremely risky. Basically, just like I said, with real estate, it's one of the safest investments out there. The stock market is probably one of the biggest risk investments out there. It's a huge risk because at the end of the day, if a company, let's say, does not hit their earnings, or if a company goes bankrupt tomorrow, you can basically lose all your money. So it's very important to go ahead and invest in companies that you do trust and believe in if you're investing in the stock market. Now, additionally, because the stock market is so liquid, meaning that you can go ahead and basically buy a stock today and you can go ahead and sell the stock tomorrow, that can actually be a con, because at the end of the day, the best way to go ahead and actually make money is long term. By leaving your money in there and letting it compound, that's usually the safest way. And along with that, sticking with the strategy. Within the stock market, when we see other people or people on YouTube making $100,000 in 1 week, in 1 month, and all those advertisements that we go ahead and see as far as day trading, or hey, buy this program, or whatever it may be, but I can tell you guys, there is no fast or quick get rich scheme here. Basically, if you're investing in the stock market, you gotta stick with a strategy. At the end of the day, by not sticking to a strategy, it's actually extremely risky. And I've gone through that because I've been investing in the stock market for over 15 years at this point, and I've changed my strategy many different times, but only if I was able to stick to one strategy for the last 15 years, I would have a lot more money in the stock market because of that compound effect. And guys, those are basically gonna be all the different pros and cons of investing in the stock market. Now, if we go ahead and compare investing in real estate to investing in the stock market, to me, even though each one of these has their pros and cons, the safest and the clear winner is gonna be by investing in the stock market as a beginner. And the reason why I say the clear winner is by investing in the stock market, because you can actually go ahead and invest in the stock market, and if you invest in what are considered REITs, or real estate investment trust, you're actually investing in both of these things. Because with a real estate investment trust, those are companies that actually own real estate, and by becoming a shareholder and buying into that company and buying a stock of that particular company, you're getting all the profits when that company goes ahead and collects its rent or gets revenue from its tenants or from its leases. So that's one of the best ways that I really like investing in the stock market. And I can tell you guys, if you invest in dividend growth stocks, basically stocks that are paying you out a dividend, as well as they have the potential to grow over time, this is basically taking care of both things, because you're making money in two separate ways. You're making money by the dividends, so you're collecting income passively when those companies pay you out a dividend on a monthly or quarterly basis, as well as you are making money by the growth of the stock. And even if the stock market on average grows by an average of 7%, you'll still outperform as far as the growth goes of investing in real estate. But obviously, guys, take this all with a grain of salt, because I can tell you guys, at the end of the day, it's never bad to go ahead and diversify in both of these investment vehicles. I personally really like to go ahead and diversify in each of these investments. So that's why I do have investments in real estate, and that's why I do invest in the stock market. However, as a beginner, it's so much easier to invest in the stock market. So I highly do recommend to go ahead and check out what REITs are all about and how to go about investing in REITs and the pros and cons of investing in a real estate investment trust. But guys, that's basically going to be the clear winner here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know if you agree with that or if you disagree with that, and what your thoughts are around this. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that for this video. Now, if you are interested in investing in the stock market, I do have a couple links. There are affiliate links down in the description below, guys. If you're interested in that, go ahead and use it. You can basically go ahead and get 2 free stocks for signing up with a company like Weibo, or get a free stock with Robinhood. But that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys found this video useful. If you are new to the channel, do not forget to subscribe to the channel channel down below. And if you don't mind smashing that like button, as YouTube loves that like button, and it just keeps me motivated and on my toes to keep recording more videos like this and sharing valuable information with you guys. But thank you guys for watching this video. I will see you guys at the next one.